Okay, well, it is March 31st, 2018. I just made some videos about this, and I just now found that Tesla did release a statement late last night saying that AutoPilot was engaged. And I didn't think that would be the case. I actually thought it would be that AutoPilot wasn't engaged, okay? But it doesn't say what happened. We still don't know exactly what happened. Let's go to the article. It says here that Tesla says AutoPilot was engaged at the time of the deadly Model X crash that occurred March 23rd in Mountain View, California. The company posted a statement online late Friday, it's last night, after local news reported the victim had made several complaints to Tesla about the vehicle's autopilot technology prior to the crash in which he died. After recovering the logs from the crash site, Tesla acknowledged that AutoPilot was on, with the adaptive cruise control follow distance set to a minimum. Okay, that's a problem right there, because I do mine set to 4 car lengths. The company also said that the driver, identified as Apple engineer Walter Huang, had his hands off the steering wheel and was not responding to warnings to retake control. Okay, now it doesn't say here whether or not he was awake or aware, and if he did any evasive steering corrections at the last moment, because this is an area, if you go back and look at my videos, where there was a concrete divider, and I explained everything as to what happened in this video right here. Okay, if you want to know exactly how the accident happened, go look at this video right here. And so we don't know whether or not he took evasive action or something. We don't know. It says here the driver had received several visual and one audible hands-on warning earlier in the drive, and the driver's hands were not detected on the wheel for 6 seconds prior to the collision. The driver had about 5 seconds and 150 meters of unobstructed view of the concrete divider with the crushed crash attenuator that was discussed in my previous video, but the vehicle logs show that no action was taken. Okay, so apparently, if you read this correctly, AutoPilot was on. AutoPilot was prompting the driver to take control of the wheel, but the driver did nothing, and AutoPilot crashed the vehicle into the barrier, into the concrete wall. That's what it's saying. That's what I'm reading right here. Let me know in the comments if you think that that's what that's saying, because that's what it seems to me, that basically there's going to be probably a really big lawsuit here. This is probably not going to do well for Tesla, although these things happen. I think this is part of developing autonomous self-driving vehicles, having accidents like this, unfortunately. It says the driver of the car was headed southbound when his Model X crashed headfirst into the safety barrier section of the divider that separates the carpool lane from the off-ramp to the left. And that safety barrier is a solid concrete barrier. It's not going to give it all, and it didn't if you look at the pictures. The front end of his SUV was ripped apart, the vehicle caught fire, and 2 other cars crashed into the rear end. Huang was removed from the vehicle by rescuers and brought to Stanford Hospital where he died from his injuries. Okay, and the reason the crash was so severe is because the attenuator had been crushed, and I talk about that in the video. I can show you. Okay, now here's another part of a statement from Tesla. Tesla Autopilot does not prevent all accidents. Such a standard would be impossible, but it makes them less likely to occur. But of course, in this case, it sounds like AutoPilot did cause the accident, unfortunately. No one knows about the accidents that didn't happen, only the ones that did, right? The consequences of the public not using AutoPilot because of the inaccurate belief that it is less safe would be extremely severe. There are about 1.2 million auto deaths worldwide. If the current safety level of a Tesla vehicle were to be applied, it would mean about 900,000 lives would be saved per year. And that's probably true. We expect the safety level of autonomous cars to be 10 times that safer than non-autonomous. Of course, right now the Tesla system is not autonomous. It's just a stepping stone. And there's the end of the articles. Anyway, let me know your comments on this. What do you think? Do you think that Tesla is liable for this? I don't think that they are, because I'm forced to sign a statement that says that the Tesla Autopilot is in beta, before I do anything with my vehicle. So because it's in beta, I had to sign my life away basically saying this isn't a system that's functional yet. And I think that even if he complained, of course Tesla knows it's not. They're constantly developing and improving, and it's not a completed system. He's using it under the beta. I don't know. I'd be interested to see what happens, if anything, with a lawsuit on this, and what the result of that would be. So let me know what you think about that in the comments as well. Thanks for watching.